What were the points? The point that there's a 100 million deal that the president is a beneficiary of. The president, the point that the president represented Matthias Alistair. The point that many other shady things have been done, even from the presidency, had been mentioned in the letter. They were given 7 days. This was their response, that we have responded to the letter from the President of the Republic of Ghana, correcting some of its contents and clarifying various points. Prior to the publication of Gold Mafia, we wrote to the President outlining the claims made by Alistair Matthias. The President's response appears near the end of the documentary. I showed you all of that. Now, I saw on social media and also heard on certain media how certain assigns of the government and communicators were trying to turn it around and trying to say, oh, so when Sami Jefi said the Al Jazeera has not received the letter, they should come and see the letter has been received, blah 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 blah. That's fine, but the fundamental thing is that the Jubilee House has been completely silent on telling us what is contained in the response, if they have received the response at all. 1. 2. Have there been clarifications and corrections as Al Jazeera claims, or Al Jazeera is telling lie? All those who were speaking up. 2. Nana Santi Bedieto, good morning to all of you. 3. What was contained in these corrections? Does it end the matter? Now, we didn't want people to infer. And we didn't want people to have doubts in their mind. So we wrote back to Al Jazeera. Sorry, but put that out for me. We wrote back to Al Jazeera. And then we asked them to clarify for us what they exactly meant. Right? What they meant by suggesting that they have responded. So we asked a question. That does it mean Al Jazeera will not retract and apologize following your response email clarifying all details, waiting for a favorable response? Read it again slowly. Does it mean, because we didn't want any conjecture, for somebody to say, oh, what Al Jazeera wrote is not what they meant. This is the part 2. We'll bring you a series of it. Wait for it. Does it mean Al Jazeera will not retract and apologize following your response email clarifying all details, waiting for a favorable response? Thank you. This was what we wrote to Al Jazeera. What did Al Jazeera say in response to what we asked? Because we wanted now the specifics, because Al Jazeera has been reluctant in telling us what the details contained in the response they gave to the presidency has been. The details and the clarifications, right? Then Al Jazeera writes back to us, and as I will put it up a bit so I can tell you who is addressing us. Mind you, the first one we wrote, right? Shrink it a bit so it shows good on TV. The first letter we wrote, the first email we wrote, it didn't have anybody acknowledging and signing. But this particular one has been signed by a certain Phil Reese. He is the director of investigations. You need to pull that up, push it up, please, push it up. He is a director of investigations, investigative journalism directorate, Al Jazeera Media Network, Phil Reese. That's the gentleman. This is a big man in Al Jazeera. He decided that, look, these people are asking too many questions. Let the boss himself come to reply, because the first one, there was no name like this under it. And it says, you are correct. He's telling Media General, 3FM Sunrise, Johnny's by that. You are correct. Since the investigation did not actually allege what the president's office has suggested it did, we will not be apologizing or removing the documentary from publication. Best wishes, Phil Reese. So what they are saying is that in draft, when you're playing board games in draft, the president and his secretary and all those people have played what we call kwakwa. They have called them kwakwa, because they got it wrong. Al Jazeera says, since the investigation did not actually allege what the president's office has suggested it did, we will not be apologizing or removing the documentary from. I say, if this had happened in Ghana, we would have Ghanaian media has quickly will make phone calls. We will be running hecata sector like the DCOP David Declu said.